Timeout talk. Timeout talk. Timeout talk.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Happy Holiday special, or Merry Christmas special of Timeout Talks, which is sponsored by Chase and Those Custom T-shirts and accessories, the Ice Shaker, and of course, sponsored by the Kirk Minahan Show and streaming on the one and only Minifan Network. Ben, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. We've got a lot of football to talk to, and before we get to Christmas, we still got to wrap up some interesting NFL takes, and there's a lot to get to.
Yeah, like Josh said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that stuff in there. But no, it was an interesting week, Josh. Definitely an interesting week for us Steelers fans. I know there's a lot of questions with that game. It was a very controversial game. I don't think it was. I don't think it was that controversial, but Josh's Cowboys out of the playoffs. That's a tough one to see too. And the Patriots completing a comeback. A nice little comeback win against my Ravens. So had to root for the Pats, and they did their job this week. So I gotta give credit to the Pats fans for that one, Josh. But yeah, a crazy week. I'm gonna start with the Steelers. A little. I see that I'm lagging a little. Me and Josh, I was feeling good before, but now I'm coming back down a little. The Wi-Fi was a little good. It's coming back now, Josh. But there we go. See, let's go. There he is. He's one of my favorite new guys coming out there. Thanks, Massel. Clean win as always as the Steelers, Josh. It's tough. It's tough being a Steelers fan, Josh. These wins are always they cause a lot of heart problems. They can never win a clean, easy game. DK, I don't even want DK Metcalf, just obviously the 2-game suspension now causing his own problems. But I've been blabbering for a little while, Josh. I'll give it back to you after this, but I'm gonna say this. Those were the right calls. I mean, Darnell Washington just got called on that pick 1-2 a little while ago in the game. So I could see that one. I'm gonna give them a little more credit, Josh. That first, that pick play is a little more ticky-tacky. Like I said, Darnell Washington got the call for the same thing earlier, so that's where I'm coming from on that one. But, I mean, the St. Brown one, he pushed off, Josh. He pushed off. I don't know what to tell everybody on the St. Brown one. I mean, it's pretty clear. Free DK. Let's go, free DK. But I'll give everyone a little more, a little more discussion on the first one, Josh, the pick play. You see that a lot. What is that ticky-tacky? Yes. I mean, technically it's a flag. Like I said, Washington got called for it earlier. With that one, I could see where the Lions fans are a little more upset about, but I don't want to hear it about the St. Brown one, Josh. He pushed off. I mean, it's just pretty clear he pushed off and forward progress and all that stuff. So tough loss for the Lions and everything, but I don't see those calls as being controversial, Josh.
Yeah, Ben. So I did a lot of scoreboard watching this weekend. Had some family parties to get to, and I was kind of watching that game, and I'm like, wow, the Steelers. Like, we went into this past week talking about how the Steelers needed that. Both teams really needed that. Again, Steelers didn't know what was going to happen in that Patriots game, and they wanted as much of a leg up as they could get. So they go into Detroit, huge win. I mean, and I didn't even see the play until yesterday. All the controversy was kind of a weird blur on Football Sunday for me. My Cowboys lost. I was just kind of put it to the side. But I went back, watched the play, and I couldn't agree anymore with Ben. I think I wasn't too sure. I didn't see that pick play that Ben was alluding to, but I saw that one play, the famous Amon-Ra St. Brown, pass interference call. And it's kind of wild because like the Pats are back are saying, it is crazy to debate. I mean, clearly you can see they're 10 yards from the goal line, and he's in the end zone pushing off of him. So it's not like it's like the first 5 yards. There's usually some contact between the receivers and the corners. Okay, a little ticky-tack. I don't think it was ticky-tack at all. And to kind of make matters worse, I think there was a chance for him to maybe even score without even doing that, Ben. So 100% the right call. If you're an anti-Steeler fan, if you're a Lions fan, I'm sorry. I 100% agree with Ben. I thought the Steelers played great. I thought they deserved that win. The running game was back. Had a safety for your defense. The guys were kind of buzzing even without TJ Watt. We've seen them struggle a little bit, but guys finally stepped up. I'll throw a shot at my Cowboys and I'll compliment the Steelers. Steelers did what they had to do in Ford Field. My Cowboys didn't. So I thought the Steelers played great. I thought Marianne made a great point. I was kind of on in the background there at the party, so I was kind of able to see. But, I saw Jalen Warren's great run. DK Metcalf, that situation. Guess who has him in the championship of one of his fantasy leagues? Me. But that's all right. I still got Diggs, so shout out my Patriots fans. But, yeah, Ben, I thought it's a huge win. And then you look at Sunday night. We can kind of cross-reference into the Patriots there. They kind of handle business. Great win for the Patriots. I want to take more time to give them the moment that they deserve. But the game was in the Lions' hands. They were down double digits, or what was it, 11 or something like that. They had a chance to win the game. I'm not going to do this whole crying thing. Social media can calm down. Amon Ra can calm down, and the anti-Steelers fans can calm down. It was a grid win. Definitely a push off, Ben. There's no doubt in my mind he pushed off. I mean, it was very clear.
Yeah, no, that one was pretty clear and obvious, Josh. Like I said, the other one, a little more up for debate. I'll give him a little more credit. We can have a little more discussion on that pick play. That's a little bang play. But no, I was impressed from these guys. Kyle Duggar, as you mentioned, that huge safety.
Yep.
Yeah, and the defense just doing it without TJ Watt, as you said too. That's pretty big from them. And shout out Gainwell. Gainwell's my guy, Josh. I know you said Warren too. I mean, Warren banging out those 245 yard runs. That was huge. But Kenneth Gainwell, maybe the catch of the year right before halftime. I don't know if you saw that diving one-hander. That was pretty crazy from him. So I got to give credit to Kenny G. But the Steelers right now, it's a solid win, Josh.
Great win for the Steelers there. And if you're Ben, you're feeling great heading into another week. We've got a huge divisional matchup. Again, I don't say huge, but anytime you play the Browns in Cleveland, it can be a dogfight. You're going into the dog pound. So that'll be an interesting one for the Steelers. Again, we'll kind of come back to them later, but I'm seeing that I got to keep up with the chat here. Let's go to this question first, Ben. How are you feeling about AR down the stretch here? There you go. Aaron Rodgers. Well, I thought for some reason my mind went Anthony Richardson because that's been, yeah. So Ben, before we get off the Steelers,
I went there too a little, Josh. I won't lie. I knew what you're saying, but
Okay.
No, I mean, you're right. When I hear AR, to be honest, I kind of think AR-15 over there for Anthony Richardson and the Colts. I was kind of concerned. I was like, why is Masshole talking about that one? A little confused with him. But no, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good with Aaron Rodgers down the stretch. Like I said last week too, it's just kind of I know what we're going to get with him. He's going to give a clean game. He's going to limit the turnovers. He's not going to have that sort of same arm strength as he had in Green Bay. But you saw it with that MVS miss. He could still sling it a couple times in the game. He could still get it down to DK and just create some of these big plays. It's not as often, but he could still do it. So I'm feeling good. But just sort of the main thing with him and the Steelers is the limitations. How far is he going to be able to go, and how long is he going to be able to do this for? Because he can produce some of these Lions games, Colts games, Ravens games, but then he'll give you a couple those Bills and Packers games where it's just like he's showing his age, and the Steelers falter for it. So I'm feeling good about him, but he's only going to take us so far, Josh.
I agree with that. And another question here. Another interesting one. We're going to get to a bunch of the other ones. I see some comments about the Cowboys, Patriots. I kind of want to flow those into our next segments. But, I mean, James asked me this question a week ago, and I was kind of stumped. I'm still going to stick with my original prediction. I think it's going to be the Rams and the Bills. I think the Rams, that was a huge loss on Thursday Night Football. But again, I look at them as this is what we talk about. We talk about experience. I think experience is going to be the way to get there. I also want to throw in a little nugget here. I actually think I'm starting to change a little bit. There's another team later I'm like really excited about, and that's kind of the team I'm rooting for. It's kind of a weird one. We'll talk about them later, but I still have my blinders on for the Eagles, but I'll go Rams Bills for my Super Bowl.
Yeah, this one's tough. I'm going to keep the Seahawks in there. I'm going to keep the Seahawks from the NFC. I'm going to go Seahawks. Seahawks Bills. I'm going Seahawks Bills. I'm throwing the Bills in there, Josh. I'm going to switch it up. I know it wasn't the most impressive one against Cleveland or anything, but it's a tough place to play in Cleveland. We already mentioned that one. You said the Dog Pound. Shout out the Dog Pound. It's not an easy place to go into, and Josh Allen didn't have the best performance, but he got the win. Oh, I like that asshole. He's got He's got faith in the Eagles. But no, I think Josh Allen, just with Mahomes out the way right now, kind of already got that win against the Patriots, evened up the series. You know what he can do in those kind of big time games. Broncos, they got problems too. I mean, the Broncos, Jags kind of exposing them, and a sneaky other team, Josh. I mean, the Jags. The Jags could make a little Super Bowl run too. They got the defense, they got the offense too. But I'm going to go right now Seahawks Bills. Just on paper right now, not the most exciting one. Bills kind of exciting. Yeah, Seahawks, they're all right too. But I'm going to go Bills Seahawks.
Bills Seahawks. I like it, Ben. Hey, the Seahawk, that the 12th man out there showing out was able to prove something to Ben. I like it. I want to see what I can see out of Darnold. I want to see what I've been seeing out of Darnold in the playoffs is what I should say. But we're going to move forward. We're going to move right on into your New England Patriots. We're going to take some of your comments too. I'm seeing some great comments here. I just want to shout out everybody for hopping in. But let's talk about the Patriots. The Masshole Jets fan saying, yeah, they've kind of peaked. Some people would have thought that, Ben. You would have thought that going into the second half of this game. You know, they're down. Lamar Jackson's having, he's able to kind of dot them up. He's not rushing all over them, and he hasn't even started with that. You look at Derrick Henry is carving them up as well. Zay Flowers is giving Gonzalez a hard time. But this is what the Patriots do, and this is what they finally were able to accomplish is that second half, those second half woes, they kind of put everybody to rest. Ramondre Stevenson does a great job. They were able to, Ben, I think that this was probably one of their more impressive wins. They were finally able to kind of string along good football. They had that come from behind win. Drake May throws for over 300 yards. He makes the mistake earlier. Guess what? He learns from it later. Again, I came into this game and it was just that same Patriots team I've seen all season. They let up a touchdown in the first drive. Everybody kind of freaks out. Then they kind of settle in. It kind of seemed for a little bit there they weren't potentially going to settle in, and it was, oh boy, is Derrick Henry going to keep going? But the Patriots survived some injuries, and they survive a good battle in Baltimore and pretty much put the dagger in Baltimore. I mean, this Patriots team is legit. I think Boston media is finally giving them their attention. I know Felger the other day on 98.5 was finally giving Drake May his nod there too. So I thought May played great. I thought Vrabel and the guys, resilient win for the Patriots. If you are a Patriots fan, I think this was a gritty win, and I think it's going to be very underlooked. And Ben, I'm going to even go as far to say as this will be one of those wins that they'll kind of turn to see, and everybody will be like, you know what? Although it was Tyler Huntley, because I know that's going to come in there, or Snoop Huntley, whatever you want to call him. I think that this was a great Patriots win. I think it was a team win. I thought everybody played great. And the biggest question that everybody's had lately was Drake May with the 300 yards, so he put everybody to rest. In the come from behind from the New England Patriots, we were able to see that again, and we were able to see the second half woes get shut out. I thought it was a great win for the New England Patriots. And I think right now, Ben, on the top of my head, I put them in the top three without a doubt. Top three best teams, maybe top two, probably top two in the AFC.
Oh, yeah, definitely, Josh. That was what you wanted to see from the Patriots. Obviously, with that Buffalo game, those comebacks were a little worrisome, blowing those leads and everything. So just going down behind, yeah. You're welcome. Hey, thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Pats fans. Yeah, I got to start off saying thank you for that win. But just, with all those questions going into it, especially kind of like Josh said, he wasn't getting pieced up. I mean, Lamar wasn't going crazy, but Zay Flowers was making Gonzalez look pretty bad out there and everything. So They were moving the ball, and Derrick Henry, which was probably the biggest concern. Yeah, we can give everyone else their flowers right now, but this is the biggest problem for the Patriots, I think, is missing Milton Williams. I mean, you're just seeing that gaping hole on that defensive side. The guys are just running all over him now. I don't think they had anybody go above 50 yards for the longest time this season, and now they're just carving him up. So you see the big difference with that. That's probably the most worrisome thing for the Pats fans that I saw from this game. But no, Josh, besides that, everything else, they answered the questions. Drake May had a bad first half. He had a bad first half, and he wasn't looking the best, and he made the adjustments he needed to. And they got the dub, and that's what Drake May's been doing kind of all year. When he's been having sort of these moments, they say, oh man, he didn't look good that quarter, didn't have a couple of good plays. He makes the adjustments in the next quarter. He never seems to go behind. He never seems to fall behind in that. He's always just knows what the right play to make now and everything. So that's just for Patriots fans. The offense is looking great. Ramondre, I know we just showed his picture on there too. Yeah, there we go. Patch it back. That was big. That's going to be big. But no, this is big too. Ramondre, obviously the Henderson injury, we got to see how long that's going to be. But, Ramondre seemed like his former self, picking up some huge blocks for Drake May. I saw those blocks from him. That was some key. Henderson's not the best pass blocker, and Ramondre's a little better. So it's nice to see Ramondre get in there for that aspect and actually score a touchdown and made some key catches for him. So, they're getting that offense going. Diggs is looking good. Henry's the guy for him over there. Booty. And Kyle Williams making some dynamic plays for him, too.
Mac Hollins,
too. Great call for you on that. Everyone's stepping up. The offense is good, Josh. The offense is all set, like you said. I'll give them top 2 in the AFC. Just, obviously, with that Denver Jags game kind of blowing. We can get to the refs, too. The refs.
Been bad.
Yeah, they've been bad, but no, we can get that too after. But for the Patriots, I'll definitely give them that, Josh. I'll give them the top 2 just with Denver, a little inconsistency, and I can't really trust the Jags. I'm never going to do that, but that's true. That's true from asshole too. No more December Diggs. I know that's what the Bills fans are clamoring for, calling him that. Well, he doesn't. I think he's just fine in that regard right now. But yeah, Pat's definitely with the inconsistency at the AFC top. I think they're definitely top 2 team. Yeah, we can get that started too, Josh. The refs stink. I don't know what's going on this year. The refs are they're bad.
That play on Booty was 1,000% a pass interference. They've been bad for the Patriots. They've been bad for any team. It seems like the Patriots ones, it's always just an egregious call. But yeah, I definitely see the gripe there for the Pats fans, and that's another thing too. You went into Baltimore and you were able to kind of put the refs to sleep too. So credit is definitely due for the Patriots. And I think Ben kind of talked about a point earlier where, I think moving forward, the Patriots do have to address that wide receiver room and the fact that, I think they should go out at some point and get Drake May, a true number 1, a young number 1 that they can pair him up with. But Ben, this is the first time where, yes, Stephon Diggs is their number 1, but he's not like a top 10 wide receiver, or top 5, I'll say. In everybody's doing their job. And it's to your point, like Stephon Diggs can kind of take a few weeks off, which I don't think it's a December Diggs thing at all. I think it's more of a ramp up thing. They want to be smart about it. They don't necessarily need Diggs to be 10 receptions for 100 yards every week. But I do think moving forward, they're going to need that. But I do also want to say, I think right now, for the first time in however many years, I can actually say the wide receiver 3 you to death is working. Kyle Williams is making things work. Obviously, we've known Booty and Drake May's connection has been great. Hunter Henry is an absolute gem. I've always been a fan of him. I thought that was probably one of their best free agent signings way back when they spent all that money. But things are going great right now. As Tony coming in here, they don't have Milton Williams, so the run defense is going to get better. They don't have Spillane, who also Tyler. Shout out Tyler. He's been hype pumping him to the moon. These guys, hey, they got that loss at a right time, Ben. I know it sounded crazy, but I think they kind of needed that loss because it kind of was a storm of adversity, and you were able to see it. I'm telling you right now, I thought that was a huge win against the Ravens on Sunday Night Football. I know some people who aren't Pats fans, or even the skeptical ones, are going to preach about, oh, this is a Ravens team without Derrick Henry in the second half or Lamar Jackson, but they still didn't have an answer for Tyler Huntley at the end of the first half. So I think it's a great win, and I really think this Patriots team is legit. I'm not going to say that they're not anymore. I think anything can happen in the AFC, but as a Josh prediction, I would definitely choose them going in past the first round. I don't want to jinx them because I've been known to have jinxes come playoff time, but I definitely like the New England Patriots right now. I think they've been great. I think the ref stuff has been bad, and kind of back to your point talking about the refs, I think they actually made the right call in that Steelers game.
Yeah, I won't lie to you. Maybe I'm a little more partial to the refs. So we've had a couple calls go our way. Obviously, the Isaiah Likely catch. That's still. I don't think he caught it. I'm going to stay on that one. The Lions game, and so Steelers have benefited from some calls. So maybe I'm not the best guy to talk about the refs and everything, but that was just been a crazy year for Josh. I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little more apparent to it because of sometimes of what I have going on in the game, but I'm just seeing these blatant holding calls they're missing, and it's just crazy. I mean, I'm calling it from the couch, and it's just and then they call some of these other weird plays. They're just picking and choosing. That's the main thing, Josh. I think the main problem with these calls, they're picking and choosing, and they're not calling it as consistently as they should be. Obviously, like I said, those two line plays, they're fouls. They're penalties. But sometimes you let them play. Sometimes refs let them play. And they let the game kind of just play itself out like that. Let the stars duel it out, and hey, whoever wins gets wins it like that. But sometimes they get a little more strict on them like that. And like I said, those are fouls. But that pick play, a little more ticky tacky. But I think just the main concern, the main thing that everyone wants to see is just more consistency from them. If you're going to call it against somebody, call it against everybody. So it's just obviously with these quarterback hits too, getting a little crazy sometimes. Tough to hit these guys. Just hit anybody on the defensive side. So they're just getting really hard for them to even play their side of the ball. So yeah, I think just consistency is what we want to see from these refs, Josh, because it's been a little all over the place.
Especially heading into the playoffs there, Ben. That's where you really want to be consistent. We've got Josh as a fan. Let's see if Ben can even answer this one too. Neither of us are Patriots fans, so this is good. As a fan of an NFC team, if you were the Pats, is there anyone you would trade Drake May for? I don't think so. The only person who comes to mind is Josh Allen. I think right now, right at this very second, I think Josh Allen is the better player. But if you look at the longevity, you look at the age, you look at the fact that Drake May hasn't even reached his ceiling, I think I would go with Drake May. I wouldn't trade him for anybody. And again, the only person that comes to mind is Josh Allen. I think maybe a few years ago, if Drake May was kind of around and Patrick Mahomes was in the heist of his prime, I'd be saying, you know what, maybe Mahomes. But I think, I want to say Mahomes is not going to drop off like everybody thinks. They're going to be fine. They'll retool. They might struggle for a few seasons, but he's going to be an all-time great. But again, this is where we're talking about. We're comparing him to a guy who is an all-time great. I really think this kid is it. And I think Tony said it perfectly. It's just a complete different culture in New England. I wouldn't trade a single person for him. What's the guy? 22, Ben? What was he in middle school when me and you were in college? And that might be a stretch, but then again, I don't know. He might be. We might have like 6 or 7 years on him. Kind of scary. So
we're getting old.
Yeah, I might have overjumped it a little bit there, but we're not even 30 yet. And this kid, we're looking at him like, no, he's been great. I wouldn't trade him for anybody, Jeff. That's just my opinion.
Same here. It was just you look around the league. There's really no other best player in the NFL. Come on, Pat Smack. Hey. I don't know. Maybe
you can debate it. You can debate it.
Maybe a little douchey, but it's definitely debatable. Definitely. He's up there. He's definitely. Just based on the position, I'd say top 5, top 10. I'm gonna go top 10. I'm going to play a little safer.
Wow, in the position or in the league?
No, in the league. In the league.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
No, I'm just saying because the position you value him a little more. So he's a little. I mean, is he the best player in the NFL? Yeah. Hey, there we go, man. So Wilson,
good
he's
player
pretty
there.
good. Yeah, he was pretty good. He was having a good year for the injury. But no, I think oh, that's a good one too. Look at these comments. Comments killing it today.
Comments are flowing today.
I would like that one too. Over there, replay for the fouls. Even though that might be a little too much replay. I don't know. We'd be at that booth the whole time, and everything like that. But no, for Drake May, I just I don't. I mean, obviously, no. I was just going. Quarterback's obviously a little more valuable than the most valuable position out there, so I value him. So he gets a little more rated higher than some other players. So that's why I just was playing a little safer with the top 10. But yeah, I wouldn't trade him for anything. I mean, there's really no other quarterback. I think he's the best of the class right now. Obviously, Jane Daniels having some injury concerns, so we got to see how that unfolds. And Caleb Williams looking good too, and all that. Those guys aren't looking like any slacks out there. But yeah, no, I want to give him up for any. For the Pats guys, I want to give him up for anything. I hate it, but.
Ben kind of sounded sour there. I mean, we're going to get to the AFC and NFC playoff picture in the matchups that would be right now. We'll get to that before we get into our predictions and everything. We'll do that a little later, but I got to do it. I mean, Ben, this is the most numb that I have been. I mean, after the loss, pixelation bad there. After the loss, I was like, you know what? Like, it is what it is. I mean, I have completely turned a page to next season. I'm not that guy who's like lose for the draft pick. I want Dak Prescott and the starters are out there. I want to go out there and play spoiler ball against the Chargers. But Ben, I'm going to wrap everything into a nutshell here. I've taken some time. Again, I felt like my frustration was all at the beginning of the season where it was happening in real time. Now it's more just like, you know what? They really just weren't that good. And I think the biggest issue with the Dallas Cowboys right now is they are super top heavy. I mean, they've got a great quarterback who I start to question, can he get it done in the postseason? Can he step up in these big moments? But you look at the $60 million quarterback, then you've got CeeDee Lamb, then you've got Pickens, and, they just traded for Quinnen Williams, these flashy guys. And, then you kind of turn and look and you see, oh, well, Reddy Stewart's out there and you've got Kenneth Murray. And, as much as I was a little excited about Logan Wilson, this is still a guy we traded a 7th round pick for and was benched. And, we've got Donovan Ezaraku as our best edge rusher, who's a 2nd round pick. And you're throwing all the stones into him. I mean, we're throwing out guys like Dante Fowler, who was just, he's been great for the Cowboys a few seasons ago, but these guys in Jadeveon Clown, like these guys can't carry a torch to what the New England Patriots pass rush is, or even the Steelers. And Ben, you look around the league and you see depth. All these playoff teams right now, they have depth. You look at the Bears, depth. You look at the Broncos, depth on defense and depth on offense. And I know they have their question marks, but the Cowboys are extremely top heavy. You look at that offense, all the stars are there. You've got a great tight end. You've got a pretty formidable offensive line, I'd like to think. And the biggest issue is they don't have the depth right now. They're extremely, extremely top heavy. They've paid all these stars top money. And now we've got a bigger situation on our hands where George Pickens, we kind of do need a number 2 there because Kevontae Turpin, I mean, he's having a hard time figuring out fair catches. He can really barely run routes. And Ryan Flanoy's looked great. I mean, I would say, Ben, out of everything in the entire season for the Cowboys, Ryan Flanoy is the uncut gem. Like, he is the gem of this season where it was like, wow, he's actually a really good number 3 wide receiver. But I know the comments are going to kill me for that, but right now they're just not good. And Ben, I'm going to say this as it is. They need to go out and have an A++ offseason. They need to do what the Lions did a few years ago. They need to do what, I'm blanking. Packers, Bears, like they need to retool. Jags, they made those 2 first-round picks. They need to retool this team completely, because I'm going to tell you right now, 1 or 2 first-round picks is not going to save this defense. They've got holes everywhere. They've got safeties going into free agency. We don't even have a legit solidified corner. Linebackers are a problem. We have no premier edge rushers. And that's just what you're seeing. You're seeing teams out-coach us. You're seeing teams out-will us. And I mean, Dak's a great quarterback. I love him, but I think him and Romo are the same. They can only do so much. They're not the Drake Mays. They're not the Josh Allens. They're not the Big Bens. They're not the Phillip Rivers. They're good. You get stuck in a situation where you have to pay them, but they're not going to lead you to a championship. And I mean, the situation's got to be perfect for Dak, I think. And right now it's not. And right now it's not perfect for me. And let's see. I'm looking to the offseason, but I'm not kicking my heels in completely. I'm not giving up. I still think that they can potentially run the table in these next 2 weeks, which isn't saying much because it's the Commanders and the Giants. Excuse me. But yeah, for Dallas, there's a lot of question marks, and I think a lot of them point right up to the top, Ben.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing we said before the season too. Jerry's questionable moves and how he handled Micah and yada yada yada. We don't have to go down that road too, but I think it just kind of highlights the bigger problem with what he's been doing. Obviously, you got to pay Dak and everything. You got to pay CD, but there you go. That's all. Appreciate it. Go Steelers. Like Pats have peaked. Let's go. I love that one from him. But no, for the Cowboys, it's just been that was good from Josh too. I like the wording of the flashiness. That flashiness kind of just quoted and hit the problem. Yeah, I mean, it was just. I mean, Josh knows I was riding these guys all year too. I mean, I was picking them every week. I like that in offense. I mean, CD, George Pickens, Dak's the top quarterback in the league. Like I said, is he elite?
That's what I'm saying, and you're paying him elite money. And
that's the problem, Jerry. And Jerry kind of got in a tough situation with that, but
for sure.
That was a dragged out process too, and it's. I mean, you got to pay him. They can't really go off that one, but and CD too. I was kind of I never really was a big fan of paying CD. Wide receivers. Wow. I was. I mean, listen, he's the best, but I mean, just you're seeing it now. I mean, you're just seeing all these other positions struggle. It's great having CD. It's great having George. I mean, obviously, I know that wasn't in the equations, but Javonte Williams. It's great having this offense. But it suffers on the defense. When you got all the money tied up, I think you mentioned it earlier in the year, Josh. They kind of just like the NFC Bengals.
Yeah, that's what we are.
Yeah. I mean, you guys got a little better defense. Yeah, a little better, like you said. I mean, some of these other guys made plays over Sean, and I believe that's his name on there. Josh was hyping him up, and like I said, Logan Wilson had a good couple games, and some of these older guys, Clowney has a good game there too, Fowler has a good game there too, but they're not carrying the torch. They're not doing anything for this defense when you go up against real competition like the Chargers, like the Lions, Eagles. It's just gonna all the problems are gonna get thrown at the forefront, and they were. I mean, the Chargers obviously probably should have seen that one coming. Chargers got a little more to play for than the Cowboys.
For sure.
The Cowboys fought hard. That was a good first half. They kept it close and everything, but and again, no fault to Dak and everything. I know Josh was a little harder on Dak right there and all that, but he's got to show him the tough love. I don't think it's all on him.
No,
obviously, no. Obviously, maybe hindsight 2020, maybe take a little less money, but just. He can't do anything with that defense, Josh. He can't, you can't be in any game. Much like the Bengals, Joe Burrow, you can only put up so many points. That defense wasn't going to bring you to the playoffs. Wasn't going to do anything for you. So, like you said, just this offseason, I think that's where you'd focus on. I mean, maybe try to look at George Pickens, retaining him. That's another big one. Like I said, number 2 is a huge position for him. I mean, Flanoy stepped up all right. Like you said, that was cool, but he's not He's not number 2 in Turpin. That was a good one, but the fair catches. He's some of those ones I was a little confused on. I've seen a couple Steelers guys make the same mistake too, Josh. So I cut him a break, but I was a little. He was good. He was a good punt returner too. So that's why I was a little confused at Turpin making some mistakes like that. But I think main focus, like you said, need an A+ off season and gotta hit the defense. hit the defense all everything.
I agree. I would hammer defense, and I think just to kind of wrap it up here with them is they've mailed it in. Like you could see it. You saw they fought hard in that first half, and I think they kind of just realized, it's like playing street ball. There's nothing to really lose, and your weaknesses kind of come out, and then it's like, you know what? Well, this is kind of what we are. So, and then they just kind of left up. Obviously, Chargers are a better team, better coach. I mean, it's just they're on a better level right now, and that's just it is what it is. I think Schottenheimer. I think again, the future could be bright. I don't know. It's still early. I don't put a lot of this on him. I think he's dealt with a lot this year. So it's unfair to say that. I'd say bring him back again next year. Let's give it a roll, but. Again, just to put a wrap in these Cowboys, I mean, they've kind of mailed it in. They're going to play tough this weekend. I think they should win. I mean, I don't even know if Mariota's playing, but then again, this is what they do. The games that they should win, they lose, and then again, I don't know. Should they even really win these games? I don't. I think we look at how top heavy they are, and we don't really put in their account here for how bad they are on defense. So yeah, NFC Bengals and. We'll touch up on them a little bit later. We've got some picks, but let's get to this stuff here. This is for all the marbles here. This is what really, really matters, and it's the NFL playoffs. Right now, you see Seahawks sliding into that first seed, Ben. I mean, whoa! That Bears Packers game, 2 seed versus 7 seed. We're seeing Rams Eagles. I mean, whoa! If you just looking at those top 2 games are huge games. I mean, that's a divisional game that's massive. And then you look at the Rams, who have went from the top seed to the 6th seed. They're playing the Eagles. The Eagles are going to have a tough stretch. That was going to be my NFC championship. That might not happen. And then on the flip side, you look at the AFC. Ben, we just talked about those Chargers, Steelers, 2 teams. Again, everybody's kind of questioned, like, can they get a playoff win? Can they not? Like, they're kind of one and done a lot. They get in and then they bow out. And you look at the Jags, Bills. I mean, up-and-coming Jags. Are the Bills legit? And then best defense in the league, arguably, in the Texans taking on the Pats. But the craziest thing of them all, Ben, before I turn to you, is this is playoff picture after Week 16. It's not even finalized yet.
Yeah, no, I mean, as you mentioned, the first one you mentioned on there, the Rams were just the number 1 seed. And you see how tight that NFC is. Just that one loss, bringing them down all the way to 6. Now they just had a bye, and now they're going to Philly. So this is pretty crazy. NFC just shows you how tight the race is over there. And Panthers sliding in there. Ray getting a little home playoff.
Yeah, shout out Ray.
Tonight. I mean, Christian McCaffrey. Look at that one. What a game that would be. Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yep. Yeah, a little coming home game, and obviously, we mentioned. I mean, the Rams Eagles. That close game, but the missed kick, block kick, I believe. Excuse me, earlier, and. Just that crazy playoff game last year. The Rams had the best shot at beating the Eagles. They had them on the ropes, winning in that 4th quarter. So, I mean, any team, I know Maxwell was big on the Eagles. Any team to take them down, Rams perfectly set right there. And you got a Bears-Packers matchup right over there.
What a game.
So, I mean,
what a game.
I know, this is just stacked. I mean, I wouldn't, to be honest, Josh, let's just leave it like this. I would love these matchups.
That's what I was saying.
I think this is the best matchups. And you talked about this one too, Bills Jags. I mean, we know I just said their Bills were going to the Super Bowl, but that's a tough place to go, Jacksonville. I remember not a couple of years ago, the Bills going into Jacksonville and Josh Allen getting completely just demolished by the other Josh Allen at the time. I think he changed his name now, but Josh Hines, something in there, but he's still a hell of a player for the Jags over there. Josh Hines, something he put his middle name in there or something. He's still great. He's still great. But the Jags are always stingy over there. So the Bills possibly looking at that first round exit, and not to hype up our own team, my own team, Josh, but I mean, if we could get Chargers with that banged up O-line coming into Pittsburgh, those LA teams don't like playing in that cold weather. And to top it off with that Texans Pats, man, this would be perfect, Josh. This would be perfect, but it's a tight race right now. Tight race, and I think, I mean, to be honest, just kind of looking at the rest of it, I was looking at these other, I mean, Ravens, Colts. I mean, the Colts obviously got eliminated. Ravens still have a chance, technically. But obviously playing the Packers, I don't really see it. I think those are pretty much going to be the finalized ones, Josh. I don't think I see the Lions making any push for it, so that'd be great. But hey, happy holiday, fella.
Happy
Happy holiday,
holidays. Merry
Nard Dog.
Christmas, man.
Let's go, Nard Dog. But I'm pretty pumped with those ones, Josh. I like those matchups right there, and I'd be pretty happy with them.
I like them. Yeah, Ben. I mean, I think you said it perfectly. Like there's so many storylines. I didn't even see the Christian McCaffrey one. And I mean, again, we saw how great that Bears Packers game was. And I think the biggest thing to kind of put it in a nutshell here is you look at both sides, Ben, it's completely wide open. I mean, we were just saying for weeks, if anybody put a gun to your head or you had to say, or, you're writing a test, you got to write something down to win $1 million. Who's the team to go to the champion, to the Super Bowl? And everybody felt like, the Rams, the Rams, the Rams, the Rams. And then they just lost the Broncos too. Everybody was like, that's the team to go through in the AFC. And guess what? The Jags, they have no problem beating them last week. So, same with the Rams. I mean, that was a wild game, and hey, maybe Darnold turns that corner. He had a couple turnovers, was able to figure it out, or maybe it's just luck. But we'll be previewing the playoffs a lot more. We'll definitely do playoff specials where we'll get all into all the games once we're there. We're a few weeks away from that. But moving forward, we got some games to break down. Let's start with this one. Let's start with kind of the boring one out of the three of our games, I think. This is a Christmas Day game, so this is, we're being treated like the Lions back in the day. Just throw it on at 1 o'clock against the Commanders, two teams that aren't really playing for anything. Not playing for anything because – yeah, Cowboys, they're already going to have a better record than the Commanders. It's just a division game. I mean, they're just playing for incentives or stats. So, and I think the Cowboys get the job done. I don't know what the status is on Mariota. I mean, they should win this game. I know Washington's a gritty team. Dan Quinn, talk about storylines. He's going to want to get that win, but I think Dak and those guys, if they're playing, they should get a win. The spread's 7 points. I think they cover that. I'm going to say Cowboys win this one 27 to 17.
27-17. Okay, I like that from Josh. I'll tie this one up. Oh, there we go. Arc Raiders.
I like it, putting a promotion in for the game.
Let's go. Hey, solid game. But no, for that one, Josh isn't going to like it, but I'll tie this one in for 2 for 1. I'm taking this as my upset of the week. Give me the Commanders. And as Josh said, I mean, it's just, why not? Nobody really cares in this game. I don't think too much. Josh mentioned a little earlier too on that. Dallas. This feels like a game Dallas maybe could lose. You're supposed to win it. Everyone kind of assumes Dallas is going to come in there and roll, and obviously we don't know Mariota's game time situation that is going to obviously factor into this decision a lot too. But I don't know. I just got some feeling about the Commanders right now. Playing at home, I think they're going to play a little more inspired. The Cowboys, it's going to be a good game, division game. It's always a good game between these two teams, but I just got that feeling with this Commanders team. They've been showing some grit. They've been showing some life. Chris Rodriguez, Terry's still playing out there. Terry's healthy. Debo had a nice capture. I mean, they showed some life in that Eagles game. They're not just getting run over by every team and all that. They're showing some life. So I think that's the main reason for it too. And like I said, this game's kind of just a whatever game. So it's kind of tough to. Tough to give reasoning to it. It's just like, yeah, these guys are coming out there. It's for pride. It's for pride. It's for, like we mentioned, divisional pride. This is a pretty good rivalry. I mean, the Commanders Cowboys go way back, so they obviously don't like each other. So there's going to be a little bit of that going forward. And Christmas Day, you want to show your best. Everyone's watching. It's not like Sunday. Get everybody. All eyes are on you on Christmas Day over there. So maybe I'll juice the teams up a little more. But I'm just feeling this Commanders upset, Josh. I don't know. I've been picking the Cowboys all year. They've been disappointing me all year. I'm gonna go against them. Give me this upset on Christmas Day. Josh isn't gonna be happy, but like Josh said, he's already moving forward. Let's move forward to next year and everything. So give me the
better
Cowboys.
pick, I guess. Whatever.
Game. Yeah, better pick. Give me Commies 24-21. It's going to be close. It'll be a close game.
And I completely forgot to do this earlier. Let's get into it. I mean, we've got a couple minutes quickly. I just had to say one of my better weeks. One of my
Oh,
better
you nailed it.
weeks.
Okay.
I did pretty well. I mean, I was very happy. I'm always happy when I get the lock in the upset. Like that's mainly kind of what I'm going for on the graphic there. But yeah, I mean, the one that really stood out to me here was the Lions one. I really thought they were going to win that. Broncos won it well as well. Yeah, just a couple of those games I was very certain about. I mean, those were the ones I didn't even have a hard time choosing them, and they proved me wrong. So, few mess ups there, but we'll turn over to Ben. Ben, same thing pretty much. I think
Hey,
the
I
only
went
other
with the
one he
Panthers.
had, I think I might have messed up on the Giants one there. I think you got that win.
No, no, I picked the Giants. No, I picked the
Oh,
Giants. You got
okay.
that one right. Don't worry. Yeah, no, I just I thought the Giants would be a little more motivated. That game, obviously Giants Vikings. That's kind of similar to this Commanders Cowboys one. Like, who really cares? Who was going to show up a little more? There we go. There we go. I like that. That's good. That's good. He's been picking the Cowboys. That's pretty solid. I got to give Pat that one. I left
Pat
good pun in
cooking.
there. He's cooking. He's cooking with those comments. Nice. Everyone taking the reins from Masswell since he left. So appreciate those comments. But yeah, I mean, Josh, as Josh said, it's always feel good getting that upset in the lock. It's just nice seeing that check mark. We've seen a lot of X marks next to those ones. So shout out to the Panthers. What a great game they had on that one. But yeah, I'm just kind of more upset. I don't know why I picked the Lions. I really thought they were going to kill us. I didn't think we were going to win that game. Yeah, I don't know why we both picked the Chiefs. I don't know. I mean, obviously Garner Minshew. We didn't know Garner Minshew was going to go down, but I don't know. I don't know why I was so confident on them. They kind of stink. They're just bad right now. I think Josh has been joking around. No, not getting a higher pick. I think they legitimately want to lose. I think they want a better pick. So Chiefs might be packing it in this year for a better pick for Mahomes, just to get him a little better for when he returns. But nice to see a lot more check marks for us, Josh.
Hopefully, Ben sees some check marks here. 1 o'clock game. Steelers going into the dog pound. Miles Garrett, 1 sack away. I'm pretty sure he's just 1 sack away. I'm going to take this Steelers in this one, though. I like what I'm seeing from them. I mean, this is a game I think they know they really just kind of want to close it out. I think it's going to be kind of that ugly game that we see. I could see it being like 12-3 or some ugly, weird score. But I'm going to say the Steelers win this one. I'm going to go wonky here. I'm going to say 18-7. They get the job done. I don't know. 18 kind of just came to my mind, and I'm running with the wonky part. I just think the Steelers are a better team. I think we see Shador Sanders and company kind of struggle. The Steelers this season have been known to have a better defense than the Bills. The Bills kind of gave them a hard time. I think there's some light there with Shador Sanders, but I think the Steelers they're gunning for this one. It's going to be a tough game. I could see it potentially being an upset, but Aaron Rodgers is rolling. He's got me maybe thinking about starting him this week in one of my fantasy leagues because Mahomes is out, but. Other than that, I think the Steelers win 18-12.
Yeah, definitely could see a weird scoring one too, Josh. It's just one of those games, Browns Steelers, especially in the dog pound, a little gritty, uh, not high scoring. Both great defenses over there. Miles Garrett obviously chasing that one. He had a nice little half sack last week in that one. That was kind of cool to see from him on that one. And hey, I'm hoping he doesn't break it, Josh. I want to preserve that. Uh, hey, yeah, there we go. Come on, Rob. Let's go, bees. I know it just kind of stopped right there, but I think it was tied last time I saw playing the Canadians. So Bruins
Yep.
looking great.
You're right.
Yeah, Bruins looking great
Very
over here.
good.
So yeah, we gotta give Rob a shout out on that one. Rob's the Bruins guy over here. So yeah, they're a fun team to watch over there. I like the Bruins right now. Celtics, nice little comeback win too last night. So Celtics and Bruins, so let's just squeeze that one in right there. They're looking good. Nice to see them doing well and early in the season. And like I said, the Bruins just nice little fun, scrappy team to watch. Or not too many big names out there and everything. So that's why I kind of like it a little more. And
I agree.
just keep stringing these wins. Yeah, they keep stringing these wins along, Josh. I'm kind of shocked about that one, but I'll bring it back over to the other black and yellow team, Steelers. I think It's gonna be tough. As Josh said, I definitely could see an upset on that one. Browns definitely just they need something this year, and Shador has he's shown some promise. He's shown some nice flashes in there. Had some nice couple throws, but you're really limited in that offense. That offense isn't the best unit out there to say the least. Judkins going down now too doesn't help him out any way.
Another
Sad to
injury
see that.
for me.
Yeah, there's another thing too, Josh. I know just injuries this year. Injuries in the refs. I don't know everyone's just getting hurt this year. I don't know what's going on. Josh sounding like he's having a little tough fantasy year too with that. I know. That's Chi's problem too. Chi had Judkins too. He's had a lot of injuries, so Chi feels your pain on that one. But for the Steelers, I think ultimately with all the scares and all the low scoring, that's going to happen in this game. I think we get it done. Go. I don't know why I just copied Josh. I like that 7. I like that 7 from the Browns, but I'm going to go. I'm going to go 16-10. 16-10 Steelers.
I like that we're going a little unorthodox.
I was like, I like that 18-7 one for some reason. I don't know why too. I like that one. I could just see it, like I said, being a little wonky game. I don't know, something weird happens. A safety. I mean, we saw it last week. Boz. And the Boz missed a field goal last week. We're going to even talk about that. So that was crazy. I'm seeing him miss a 36-yarder. I just wanted to bring that one up too. That was kind of crazy to see, but definitely a little wonkiness going on. So I could see it happening, but I'll take the Steelers 16-10. And gritty game.
Yeah, I think it's got gritty written all over it. And Ben, one thing I will say before we go on to the Patriots game here is fantasy I've been killed, but in one league, it's a good little pot here. Shout out James, shout out Nick Profita, and shout out Tom. I'm pretty sure me and Tom Martin are going to be in the championship. Tom again. I mean, this guy, he has to get a call out. I'm pretty sure he's been back-to-back champion. I'm pretty sure this is his 3rd championship in a row. And although I'm complaining about the Judkins, I won't complain about the Stafford Puka connection there because that's been unreal for me there. But
Devontae, man, it kills me.
That was.
I got Devontae, so Devontae being out. You're welcome. You're welcome to all the Puka guys. It stinks because he's not going to be back next week either. So
I like it. Sorry, Ben.
I know. Yes, I'm going to go up against Puka too. So, but I mean, Puka's just unreal, Josh. I know, obviously, a little off the field problems right now. He's probably just got to stay off Twitter and stay away from the microphone for just a little. Maybe consult some of these PR guys just a little more before he opens his mouth. But I mean, he's just unreal. Some of these catches he was making in that game. That Thursday night game, one of the best Thursday night, just one of the best games of the season too. If not just Thursday night game. But he was making some unreal catches, and he's just. I think he's just the best in the league right now. I didn't realize how big he is. He's just massive, and he just comes down with everything. So. Just want to give him a little shout out too. Just gotta stop talking.
Quick little
Josh.
Quick little breaking news here. Ben's gonna. I don't know how he's gonna feel about this. The Pats game. I'll go. We'll say that game shouldn't take too long, but this just in: NFL upholds DK Metcalf's 2-game suspension, and he will miss Pittsburgh's final 2 regular season games versus the Browns and versus the Ravens. Ben says he's okay with it, but if you didn't win that past week and the Pats didn't, I don't know if you'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I'd be a little more upset. I'm still upset with him, Josh. Obviously I'll get into it too, but I mean, there's still. If the Ravens go in there, I don't know Lamar's situation, but if the Ravens go into Green Bay and they beat Green Bay and we lose to the Browns, just saying, there's them play the Ravens. So let's just get business done here first, and then we can get into it. So right now I'm a little more tame about it. If we lose to the Browns, Josh, then I'm going to be a little more upset. But it's just stupid. It's just, I know I don't know. Who knows what he said? Who knows? He says he called him the government name. I don't even care, Josh. I'm just tired of it. We trade for you because of this. We want to avoid situations like this. Obviously, with George Pickens, Antonio Brown, we've had so many issues. I mean, just diva guys just doing whatever, and you do this. You're not even close. Well, how does he even end up over there, Josh? How does he even get over there? He's literally in the stands. The game is going on, Josh. What is going on? Why are you over talking to fans? I know we're on the field, but he is just. I don't know how he got over there. It's the second quarter. We're not even going into the tunnel. So I'm not sure how he came over there for that one. It's just stupid. I mean, we give this huge contract for you, and you're just doing all this stuff that I've seen AB do. Obviously, not this. AB's never done this. George Pickens never done this either, specifically. But the antics, it's just crazy, Josh, and it's just one of the stupidest things. Like I said, in the middle of the second quarter in a game we need, so I'm fine with suspension. I think he should be suspended for these 2 games. I got no problem with that. It's fine him. I mean, now he's going to lose possibly $45 million in there too from a player guarantee. So hopefully he learns from this one, Josh. But it's just ultimately stupid. He had to give me the floor. He had to give me the floor.
I wanted to just give him the floor.
I liked it
because it was awesome.
It's just, I mean, it's crazy, Josh. It's crazy to see. I didn't even realize they showed me a tweet with it. I didn't even realize it happened. Obviously, Red Zone pans to it. It's just, what are we doing? What are we doing over here? But no, all deserved. All deserved. Be honest. Yeah, the 2 games is good. Get a hefty fine in there. It's just I can't. I get into fans too. I mean, I don't give a break to the fans either. Some fans say some wild stuff and some reckless stuff that you're gonna. Hey, if you say that stuff, sometimes you're gonna get checked on yourself. You're gonna get checked, and you deserve it. But I mean, that one. Come on. Let's just focus on the game. Obviously, if he causes something else, I get it. So we never know. We'll never know. It's just he's DK's side, the fan side. So, but all the other information, if anything else that probably was said would have probably came out now. So it's just kind of the government name. So if that's really what he said to you, DK, you gotta just relax. You gotta just let that one go and fight another battle. So, Josh, all deserved, but just another tally for these Steelers wide receivers. Just can't get out of their own ways. It's just, I don't know what's going on.
I like it. I had to give Ben the floor there. Wow. Yeah, and he'll be ready to go for the postseason. $45 million, though. That's insane if that is true. I'll go quick here. Patriots, I think they're going to win this game. They're still gunning for that number 1 seed. It's not week 18 yet. Nobody's going to get rested. This is, I mean, who are the Jets running out? Brady Cook? I mean, yeah, they're going to get killed. I think the Patriots are going to win. I think we're going to see a 40 piece. I think we're going to see a 40 burger for the Pats. I'm going to say 40-10. The Patriots win by 30 points here in New York. Sorry, Masshole. I know you definitely don't want to hear that. He's not in here to hear that, but yeah.
Yeah, well, keep it short and sweet too on this one. Yeah, Brady Cook. That's all I need to say on this one. Pat's getting a nice little tune-up before the playoffs and everything. The Jets are just abysmal. Sorry, Masshole. They're just awful. They need to get to the next season too. So I got the Patriots. I don't know, 30 piece. I'm gonna go 31-14. They're just gonna take care of the Jets. This isn't even really gonna be a game. So that was nice. Just keep it short and sweet over here. We don't need to go too much into the Patriots.
Yeah, and we don't even really have to. My lock. I'm going to go lock and upset because Ben said his upset either. I'm going to, again, we're getting ready to end. So, yeah, in a second, whatever. I've got the Broncos winning this one. Chiefs are abysmal too. Ben said they're gunning for that draft pick. They're done. They've got nothing to prove now. They've lost both of their quarterbacks there, Kelsey and company. There's nothing to be proved there. Broncos, they're going for that number 1 seed. Kansas City Chiefs are so checked out. They're already thinking about moving to Kansas and leaving Missouri. So they're going to lose that one. But this is the one I was really, really excited to talk about, Ben. And if you wanted to see the little thing, you can see it there. This is the team. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to do the whole my team's out. I want this team to win. Ben, this is my favorite team to watch and one of my favorite players to watch in the National Football League right now. And he proved it on Saturday night. Dude, I am obsessed with this Bears team. You saw what Caleb Williams did without Luther Burden, without Rome Odunze, who's been battling injuries. I mean, they've got the perfect tandem there. He's wearing the cheese graters. I mean, he's doing everything that I would love. Like I can't stand the Packers, and he's wearing cheese graters. He's walking around. He's giving guys signed jerseys. I mean, he seems like such a cool guy off the field. I know I've kind of hamped on him in the past. I'm completely wrong. He is my third favorite quarterback in the league, probably one of my top 5 players in the league. I love watching them play. Whenever they play, good things happen. So I've got the Bears as my upset of the week over the 49ers. And that's the team that I would ultimately love to see win the Super Bowl, as crazy as that sounds. Yes, a Cowboys fan wanting the Bears to win. I like the Bengals a little bit. They're out, so can't say them. But I just want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. The Dallas Cowboys, done. I'll leave it like that. My final take, we're done. We're going to get the win this weekend. And man, I'm going to leave it with the fact that I'm a Caleb Williams guy, Ben.
Hey, I second that one. Caleb Williams, just an exciting brand of football going over there in Chicago. Late game comebacks, just never count them out. So loving what Ben Johnson's doing over there. I second that one from Josh. But my lock, Josh already mentioned it, 2 Bengals. Joe Burrow looking great. Cardinals, they just stink. Joe Burrow, I just mentioned a nice little tune-up for the Pats. Joe Burrow's just going to another nice little tune-up like he did against the Miami Dolphins, against the Cardinals over there. But nice, easy one for the Bengals. So appreciate everyone for tuning in, as always. Asshole, Pats are back. Classics over there. Pat Strange, nice couple comments over there. I like that little pun. It's a pretty solid one. Yeah, it's a pretty easy one for here. I'll just say go Steelers, and Pats, thanks for the win, but don't need you to win anymore. So that's it.
Call timeout. Timeout talks. Timeout talks.